Hi there, it's me, Epsilon Eridani, and welcome back to Pokemon Academy Life Forever. So I believe we are now at our 4th day, actually. Yes, on Thursday, still on the first week, and if I remember correctly, I should get some information now from Professor Oak. How did I get to Kobukan Academy? So it's a mystery how we were enrolled. We just got an invitation letter and we just came here. I'm impressed. It's like Professor Oak's lab back home, except 10 times bigger and cleaner. Makes me wonder why Professor Oak would even bother coming back to Pallettown. Well, it's his hometown. There's always a charm in the original childhood place, right? Epsilon Danny, is that you? The one and only. I didn't expect to see you here. Why? Do you mean like blondes are stupid? And that's why they cannot be researchers? I don't get it. Me too. Well, I mean, I didn't expect to see you here. I'm always here to help Nate around the lab. I mean, if I'm not helping Sharon. Oh, really? Who's Nate? He's a friend of Unova. He's real smart. Anyway, what made you want to visit the research center all of a sudden? Well, Sam asked me to come here to talk about something. Professor Oak, I mean. Oh, neat! I'm here because today Research Center brought in Magnemite and Voltorb and we're gonna see how much energy they can store in a light bulb. And oh, but we're not gonna use them for slave labor or anything. Gosh, no, that's really awful. Okay, how much coffee did you drink, Bianca? You can think of this as some kind of conditioning or workout routine for a Pokemon like Magnemite or Voltorb, but I heard somewhere that since they technically don't have any muscle fibers, whatever using up their electricity builds up their natural affinity to their... Yo, B, are you running the ears of another guest? You gotta slow it down, B. I'm never going to get another assistant if you keeping blocking off the door with your wall of text. Okay. You don't need another assistant though, you have me. You're part-time, and you look like a surfer, if you take out your uniform. Wink. Much as I love to have all your attention to myself, I know you've got the thing going on with C. Okay. Is he talking, denoting all the people with their first initial? What if there's two persons with same initial? What then? Okay, whatever. Now I don't mind sharing, but I think C might. Ahem. Hey, sorry, what am I doing? Names, right? I'm Nate. What's up? Epsilon Eridani. Pleasure to meet you. Good to have you here. I see you and D know each other already. Wait! I recognize this person. He's the male protagonist from Black 2 and White 2. Yeah. Of course, I should have noticed it because I'm playing currently White 2. So, yeah. Bianca's grabbed me a couple of times for Cheren. Cool. Anyway, let me welcome you to the research center. There's not much here for the average student though, but if you're trying to do something big with computers or run an experiment, this is the place. Well, which of those categories are you in? Observant, huh? Yeah, I'm here just to use the computers basically, networking stuff. So you are a programmer, okay? Think of me like Kobukan's unpaid, unknown IT guy. Ah, the sysadmin. Okay. I thought sysadmins are like, I don't know, not 18, but older. Yeah, Nate's a super genius. He knows how to code and hack and slash and debug and defrag and defibrillate and defenestrate. Okay. I don't think it requires a lot of skills to defenestrate anyone, but okay, I get it. If he's literally a genius, then you can be a sysadmin at age 18. Alright. B, let's not talk too much more, alright? Okay. Sorry about that, E. Okay, that's my name. Really, I'm just a simple tech guy, so if you have a toaster that needs fixing, that's the kind of stuff I can do. Okay, now you sound like a modest person only. Oh, that's for me. Sorry, I got to stop out for a second, E and B. See you around. Oh, look, there's a periodic table of elements. I can see helium, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sulfur, chlorine, argon, selenium, brome, chromium, tellurium, iodine, xenon, and I don't know what this P. Oh, this is astatine, this is radon, ytterbium, and Lu, I'm not sure. This appears to be... I have seen this picture before. This is a fan art of the anatomy of a Bulbasaur. This is very neat that they have added this here. So, okay, so this is chemistry and biology lab. And it needs also IT guy. But this looks like you need to have some, I don't know, people who have doctoral degrees or so to lead the experiment. Yes, of course, so it's all on something. It's always being pulled off by phone calls, then he gets super serious for a couple of minutes, then he's back to normal. Okay, it sounds like someone is chewing him off in the phone call then. So, how did you meet? I figured you and Cheren were childhood friends, but now it looks like you and Nate are too. Yeah, they are all from Unova. Yep, actually, Cheren and I are from Numeva town. Then we moved to Aspertia, and we met Nate. Nate was barely ever home though. I think I've talked to him more in the last 4 days than I had ever before. So, you don't actually know him all that well, but you're helping him with this ambiguous computer stuff, unquote. I guess not, and I guess so. The whole thing about being here every day is... I've been here every day of the school year so far. So 4 days. Well, I look forward to seeing you again. And you need to drink a little bit less coffee, please. Yay! Oh, you say you wanted to see Professor Oak, right? He's down the hallway, to the left. My left or your left? Whatever. Hey, thanks. No problem. Three dots. Ah, Epsilon Eridani. Good, you're here. Hey, Sam. I'm with Gunn. We're finally getting the talk. Now, what did you want to talk to about? Let me answer that question with a question, lad. What do you think we have to talk about? My admission? Yeah, exactly. Yes, I can imagine that you would think it would be necessary for us to discuss this. Sam, please, just give me a straight answer. Why am I here? Why did you tell me you'd be here? I'll give you an answer, Epsilon Eridani Tajiri Miyamoto. But you're going to have to work for it. Okay? So it's gonna be multiple choice. Alright, classic Samuel Oak move right there. You never just hand anything over, do you? No, I do not. Okay, here are the facts. I'm in Kobukan Academy and you teach here. You didn't tell me even though you would have had plenty of time to. So you didn't want me to know. However, you knew how much getting into Kobukan Academy meant to me. And you knew that if I knew you were working here, I'd ask for your help getting in. So, you did want me to ask for your help. That means you either didn't want to help me or you didn't want me to ask for help. Oh, duh! Now I get it. I don't. You didn't want me to ask for your help getting in because then you'd have to choose between recommending Blue or me. Okay, makes sense. completely wrong, actually. Oh. No, is it the thing that you cannot recommend your own relatives because you have to recuse yourself from those kind of things? What? Lad, I never had any intention of recommending my grandson to this school. Yeah. I get it. But, wait, why not? Because he's my grandson. Yeah. Do your best to answer that question, then I will give you my answer. This again. Well, you figured he could get into this school without your help, and you wanted to give him confidence, let him know that he doesn't need to rely on your name. Once again, entirely incorrect. Then why? Because bureaucracy, you know. Why don't you try to answer that then? Okay, this is getting old, Professor Oak, so I have done my thinking. Now it's time for you to actually answer to me. Yes, thank you, Epsilon Eridani. We are the same. Well, I do not believe my grandson deserves his spot in this school. He's a piece of shit. He stole my lunch money and so on, you know. What? He's arrogant, cruel, and utterly refuses to learn even from his betters. Further, though I've tried, I barely have a relationship with the boy. He calls me on holidays where I'm expected to send him money, and that's it. His skill at training Pokémon is undeniable, but that does not excuse his callous regard for everyone but himself. Unfortunately, I know all too well where he got those traits from. I was not the best father to his father, but even so. In any case, lad, blue was not a consideration in my silence of this matter. Then you didn't tell me because you were gonna recommend me anyway. There we go. But Sam, I spent so much time writing those letters, applying and worrying about whether I get in. Well, if I told you that I was going to recommend you, perhaps you wouldn't have tried so hard. In any case, you're 18, out of school and unemployed. I can't imagine that wasted time would have been put to good use. Did I make you miss a daily run or two? Yeah, but it doesn't matter, it's just few. Yes, actually, but whatever. Yes, exactly, Professor, yes. Hardly something worth caring about at this junction, I imagine. You could be a bit more empathetic. Not with how limited my time is. Speaking of, you now have enough evidence, I believe, to answer your first question. Why are you here? Think it through. I'm here because you recommended me. But wait. Kobukan is prepared to teach a complete newbie to a Pokémon training, but it still demands that you have high grades when it comes to math, science, literature, and life outside school too. Life outside school? Why is that the thing? How do they measure that? What do they measure? How much fan fiction have you written, or how many hours of football have you played, or how many paintings have you painted? What? I don't. There's no way I could have gotten in with just your recommendation. You forced me in somehow. Yes, the how is not something that will be relevant, so you can hear a train of thought there. Okay, you did threaten somebody, or something like that, right? Then why? Never mind, you're just telling me to figure it out. True. So, there had to be some reason you wanted to be here at this school. If it's not grades, not extracurriculars, what do I have? Talent? Oh, it's by memory, right? Being able to memorize every Pokémon, their stats and moves and stuff. No, it's related, but most of the professors at this school have done that. Further, it's nothing that anyone with a Pokédex could do. Of course, your aptitude at memorization of all things is rather impressive. Most people you have to use a Pokédex for that, so having it all memorized is convenient. Though I seem to recall that wasn't your choice. Yeah, I really wanted a Pokédex, but neither my mom nor I were trainers, so it doesn't seem worth it to drop the money on it. Well, I take your memorization as proof my decision not to give you a Pokédex was the right one. Wait a second. You didn't give me a Pokédex on purpose! Now, lad, next guess? Because you wanted me to learn independently and different way to memorize the stuff, so that it would be useful whenever I get to Kobukan. Oh, it's a Pokémon thing, isn't it? Like the way they are all calm around me. So you have picked up on that. Well, that's partially correct, but it's more of a symptom of a larger reason. I'm not sick, am I? I'm not going to turn to a Pokémon about mutating or anything like that. Like the mystery dungeons. This conversation could have been an electronic mail. Well, lad. Please, Sam, I get that you're smart. Everyone else does too. You're literally third famous for it. Please just tell me. Very well. You are aware that the focus of my research has been Pokemon-human relationship, right? Well, you represent a breakthrough in that interface. Something that could further the bonds between Pokemon and human more than ever before. I don't get it. Lad, I believe you may possess a special ability. What, like telepathy? No, Sabrina has it. I mean, ability to talk to Pokemon? I don't know. Like a Pokemon ability? Very much like that, yes. My colleague Sinno has some interesting theories about the commonalities of human Pokemon ancestry, incidentally, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I remember in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, I believe there was a section in the museum which says that in the ancient times, Pokemon and human were the same. And then the evolution paths diverged, so we have a bit same ancestral species. This is probably what he means, but I thought that was a given fact already, not under consideration. Okay, am I taking crazy pills, or humans can't have abilities? That's just not the thing, right? I mean, am I wrong? Yes, you're wrong. People have abilities, but not in the Pokemon sense, where Pokemon have like levitate as an ability. Not that, but humans have, I don't know. Okay, in Olympic sports you have in practice superhumans, which can travel 100 meters in less than 10 seconds. Then you have mental calculators, basically, who can calculate the square root of a 30-digit number in less than 15 seconds, or something like that. Or you have polyglots who speak fluently 10 languages. These are all abilities, in my humble opinion. The answer to that question has been the subject of my research for almost 2 decades. Certainly there are many documented cases of human beings with psychic powers, and that too. Some have been known to talk to Pokemon or heal their injuries with a touch. Oh yeah, this has been a thing in the Pokemon games also, that there are some people who can heal Pokemon. And also in manga, I believe Yellow can heal Pokemon by themselves. Others demonstrate extra physical strength beyond the norm, and others have brain power that exceeds our understanding of anatomy. The answer I'm arriving at is, well, yes, Epsilon Eridani, you are special, you have a special ability. Epsilon Eridani, people and Pokemon like you instantly. from this moment, from the moment they look eyes on you, they want to know you. I call this ability Frenergy. You like friend energy? Okay, that's kind of lame name, to be honest. Well, how about Fenergy? Or F energy? Or FE? Or I like instant infatuation? I don't know, but if I thought about this like 50 minutes, I would get a better term than Frenergy. But in science, you have to make unimaginative names. We cannot all be the like Murray Gell-Mann. Isn't that just normal? It's hard to say. In my reclusive life as an academic, then researcher, I can certainly say people don't tend to initiate conversations with me. That could easily be my own failing. Nah, it's everyone's failing, I would say in that case. I'm sorry, Professor, I don't think you're right about this. I don't have some kind of superpower. It's a kind of aura. I just go up to people, introduce myself, ask their name, it's really that simple. Yeah, that's how it works. I have to agree with Red. I'm here. Lad, the difference between you and other people is far greater than can be explained by simple extraversion. No, I maintain my hypothesis is correct, and unless the data provides me wrong, I intend to maintain it. But there must be other people also, right, who have this friend energy, right? So I cannot be only one. So I'm your only data point at currently. You need to have, I don't know, for comparison, other people also who you suspect are infected this friend energy or whatever. The data, what are you? That's why. You want to study me under a microscope. Okay, I can agree, but you have to pay my tuition in that case. How about that? I will. You can have my blood and spinal cord stuff, and then I can be here for free, right? You brought me here just to test your theory, not because of anything I can do or what I deserve, just because you wanted to prove yourself right? Yeah, that's kind of shitty, but think of the... You will get also something for this. But I actually agree that Professor Oak should have discussed this with Red beforehand, because now he just dumps all of this here, then Red would have had time to think about this and so on. So yeah, this is not a good look on you, Mr. Oak. Yes, I don't understand. Why are you so upset with me? Why am I upset? I'm upset because... Whoa there. Slow down. Epsilon ready. You know you need to be patient with Sam. I'm upset, Sam, because it sounds like you don't think I deserve to be here. That you just brought me here so you could answer your own personal questions. I don't know if you deserve to be here, neither do you. No one does until you graduate or fail. Yeah, alright, you're right, of course. Well, how can I help you with your research then? Should I donate my second kidney? Graduate! In 4 days you'll be introduced to more people than you knew in your entire life in Pallet Town. That might actually be true. I mean, how many people I already know? 17, right? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15. Oh, I can actually have next team with Ethan soon. If my hypothesis is correct, by the time you graduate you should have a great many friends and a team of strong, loyal Pokémon. Sam, if you're right, does that mean I'm mind controlling people to like me? No, it's just... it doesn't mean that, it just means you have a... Like what Cheryl said, like inoffensive charisma. That was what Cheryl said. So this is basically you have a extraversion and extrovert nature, and you are easy to approach, you're easy to talk to, and that's it. It's not like you have a special power that which forces people to talk to you. I thought you might be concerned about that, so I made sure to discover the answer to that before there was ever the chance I tell you about my theory. No, lad, far from it. Rather, your true feelings become apparent to anybody you talk with. It's more than wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's giving your heart to another. Is it something like I cannot lie? Or I am brutally, I'm not brutally, but I'm extremely honest person? People on Pokémon subconsciously know how you're feeling, and even what you're thinking to a certain degree, and because of that they know you're just a friendly boy that's safe to be around. But this is true for everybody. Everybody knows what others are feeling and thinking to a certain degree from non-verbal communication. In any case, I hypothesize this is an ability that would be actively detrimental in the hands of anyone who wasn't as kind of you, and useless to anyone who wasn't as outgoing. Okay. I repeat, this is not mind control, you idiot. Mind control doesn't exist. Nor does it make people like you. It just makes your intentions, means your intentions won't be misunderstood. And when you tell the truth, people believe it. I mean, people believe it more easily, or something like that. In a world where everybody wants something out of someone else and no one says what they mean, being able to know the intentions of the person you're talking to is reassuring. Oh. So my Pokémon don't freak out because they know I'm not gonna try to control them or abuse them or be a jerk, basically. That's my theory, based on that special Pikachu I gave you and how I've seen wild Pokémon interact with you. Effect seems especially pronounced in Pokémon. What if I were to lie to someone then? Would they believe me then too? Well, if you lie convincingly, yeah. Lad, when was the last time you lied to anyone about anything? Ah, so Red is actually an extremely honest person. Fair enough. Don't worry about things that won't happen. Though if you must, I theorize that people are far more likely to disbelieve your lies. Ah, so I'm a shitty liar then. Also, well, Red hasn't lied a lot, so he hasn't practiced enough. So, yeah, okay, I get it. I guess it still feels kinda uncomfortable though, like I'm getting an unfair advantage in life. But this is true for everybody that who has this kind of charisma and demeanor. It can be practiced though, I'm pretty sure. Some have innate abilities for that, but it's not like you're doomed from the start. You can change yourself. It requires work, of course. Then feel free to put it out of your mind. Ignore my ramblings, assume you're a book-standard student, and just do your best in this school that you got into fairly and squarely. Alright, sounds good to me. So I just continue like nothing has happened. Can't really do that now. Well, no, we can. I mean, what does it change? We shouldn't change our anything that we have done thus far. We should still talk to people, get to know them, get the +1s, go to a date, get a girlfriend, and train Pokemon and be the champion. Well, there you have it then. Now I must really be getting back to work. Wait. Yes, lad. Not everyone likes me. I met a couple of traders on my first day here. I told them about my circumstances here. They pretty clearly lost interest. But that's not all. Oh. Yeah, there's a girl in my elective classes, Sabrina. She told me to stay away from her. That makes sense. I'm familiar with her at Esperias. I believe her situation is unique. She probably doesn't even notice your own subtle empathic ability given how much stronger her own telepathy is. Okay, well that's one explanation, but there's another person, there's Lance. Oh, Mr. Lance, I beg your pardon, champion, the Pokémon Master, the King Lance. He got seriously angry at me. Oh, no, I'm sure that's not true. Lance is stern and stubborn, but I'm sure it's far from his ability to dislike a promising young student such as yourself. Guess Sam wasn't there for the battle exhibition then. Well, there's more. Blue. He hates me. Always has. My grandson is a statistical anomaly, well within the margin of error. And if I'm to prove my hypothesis of 80 years correct, not worth considering. I feel kinda bad for Blue, whenever I hear how his grandfather talks about him. But it's not like he doesn't deserve it. Well, I guess I've got one more question then. How am I going to pay for a Kobu card? My first tuition payment is due in 6 months.